The task force aimed at exposing federal secrets is also going to investigate the assassinations of RFK and MLK. It's also going to look at the Epstein client list, the origins of COVID-19, UFOs, the 9/11 files. There's so much that we're going to learn about. What are you expecting from these other cases?
I I thought that was really interesting. I mean, there's such a thing as picking up too much that you can carry. That's a lot of very serious cases for one committee to go into. Can you possibly do justice? I think it's 7 or 8 cases to all those things. But if they do, and if they do find that something is faulty every place, well, then this really gives questions about the mainstream media and also our American historians who seem to have been afraid to go into all the details about all of these cases, which the MLK, RFK, and JFK cases were really instrumental in what happened to America in the 60s. There would have been no Vietnam War if those three men had lived, which means about 58,000 Americans would be alive today and about 3 million Vietnamese. So there's a whole change, a shift in the historical focus if those three people were killed by conspiracies.
Where we are today in 2025, we are finally getting some truth, more transparency. Do you have faith going forward about the government in the US? Do you expect there could be other instances being covered up in the future?
Well, if it depends a lot on this congressional committee. If these things are done in the open, and if they're done with the best information that we have, and the committee members are really honest about their job, I think it might have a significant impact, going forward. And I
Mm.
think it'll be interesting to watch this. And Gabrielle, I think one thing to look for is how much pressure from the outside is put on this committee, because the MSM has a lot to lose if she comes out of the gate really swinging strong. Okay, their credibility is going to be on the line. So that will be a very interesting tell about how that committee is going to deal with the pressures from the outside. They really don't want this to happen.
Mm. James DiEugenio, thank you so much for your time. How can we stay up to date with your work?
Okay, I'm at kennedysandking.com. That's my website. And I have a Substack under my name also. So that's how you can read the most current information in this case. Thank you very much for having me on.
Really appreciate you coming on the program. We'll speak to you again soon.
Okay, bye bye.
Thanks, James.